Guys, this is Ben over at Dog Ranch Resort. I was just going to give you some helpful tips on how to get your dog to stop them from jumping on guests, family members, and whoever else comes into your house. So the first thing I want to go over is Louie has been playing all day, so he's pretty tired. And I am going to purposefully, for demonstration purposes, get him excited so that he does feel the need to jump or want to jump. But the first thing I'll go into about jumping is our staff at Dog Ranch is taught how to get dogs to stop jumping on you. And the biggest piece of advice for anyone whose dog jumps on them is we teach people how to use what's called spatial pressure. Now, spatial pressure is a pretty simple concept. Basically, picture you and I having a full-fledged conversation, and I'm talking to you guys nose to nose right here. And for most of us, that is seemingly very uncomfortable. But when we think about why dogs jump, well, how do dogs communicate? Through body language. And when dogs interact with one another, how do they investigate? Well, they go nose to nose and then nose to rear end. When you think about it from a human's perspective, humans' noses are up here, which is typically why when they get excited and want to see us, we instantly think that they jump and go crazy for us. Well, the first thing I teach everyone when it comes to spatial pressure is if I were to lean on my dog for long enough, he's going to move away from that pressure and be uncomfortable. So if I want Louie to respect my space, all I have to do is just walk towards him. He's going to feel a little uncomfortable as I approach him, and he's going to then walk away. Now, when walking into a house where they hear the doorbell and everyone's saying, be quiet, stop doing that, don't do this, hold the dog, someone get the dog. That's an excited, frantic moment. And what happens is your dog feeds off that energy. If someone just walked into the home, ignored the dog, totally quiet, and just went about their business, well, then the dog would have a much more positive reaction. So the first thing I tell people is spatial pressure. Walk towards your dog. Now, if you have an elderly person in your home who doesn't necessarily need to be jumped on, or a younger person in your home who isn't physically big enough, we as the primary dog owners have to grab something that's going to make us feel like we're in control of the situation. So how do I protect myself and protect the dog? We just have one of these handy, so what am I going to do? Louie. If I don't want Louie to jump, I just put this in front of him, and at least gives me some space and a way of preventing him from getting all over me. Now, that's just a quick tool. It's not necessarily the best tool, but when I'm in a pinch, I want to use other things to help me get out of that pinch. When a guest comes into the house, how else can I set them up for success or my dog up for success? The simplest thing is put a leash and collar on them and step on it. Louie, come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. Look at you. You're a good boy. Come on, Louie. Louie, come on, Louie. So see how Louie's jumping on me? He's jumping on me, but what is happening when he jumps? Louie, come on, good boy, good boy. Yes, good boy. The leash is pulling him right back down. So I'm able to use that level of excitement. Now, I will preface this and say, do not come into a house and say, good dog, good to see you. Your dog is instantly going to go from 0 to 100 and start jumping and going crazy and being impossible to calm down. So putting a leash and collar on your dog is the quickest, simplest way. Notice after I agitated and got him all excited, after a couple tries, he instantly sat down. So when someone comes to the door, we control who comes in the house. You do not have to open your door for anyone unless you want to. So put that leash and collar on your dog and make sure that when they do come in, say, please ignore Louie or please ignore Fluffy or whoever it may be. Let the person come in, let your dog do their whole excited, I'm crazy thing, and then when it's all said and done, when Louie's finally calm, then we can praise him. We want to praise a calm state of mind. This is a happy-go-lucky, relaxed kind of mind, but I would go one step further and to say his tail's not wagging, he's kind of ignored me, and he's sitting, laying down on the ground. That's the ideal thing we're trying to reward, not the, hi Louie, good boy, here's a good boy, yay, good boy. See, he's figuring it out pretty quickly. This is the first time I've ever had Louie on a leash and put him in a situation like this, but it's taken maybe 30 seconds total. So what I'll say to you, and I say to everyone else, take 30 seconds to put a leash and collar on your dog when a guest comes into the house. Also, use that spatial pressure as your own benefit. If I'm going to walk towards Louie, he's going to back up a little bit. If I say, Louie, come here, what's he going to do? He's going to run towards me. Dogs are motivated by movement, and that is the biggest thing that we have to be aware of when teaching our dogs not to jump. So that is the quick, easy, ugly way on how to get your dog to not jump on guests, people, or whoever comes into your house. Just put the leash and collar on them and practice using your spatial pressure. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions or you want to watch more videos, go to our Dog Ranch Resort YouTube page or just like us and follow us on Facebook. Thanks.